Hello, welcome to another edition of Unhitched or Dad Trying. You got Cameron Carter here with the glorious and wavy-haired Lauren Neat.
That's me. Yes. Ooh,
Ooh,
applause.
Mysterious off-mic clapping.
Finally.
Where's that coming from? Lauren,
Yes.
how you been?
I've been great.
Yeah.
I've been great.
It's been 2 weeks.
Been 2 weeks.
That's going to be our joke now for the podcast.
Yep.
Yep. We're the first ones to do that for our podcast.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I want to know how you been.
Lots of stuff has gone on. I've been in an improv show.
Uh-huh.
I've been to Nashville and back.
Right.
I've
Apparently
eaten ribs.
You are back.
Yeah, I'm back.
Mm-hmm.
You missed the best part. I ate ribs.
Ribs
in Memphis.
Now, so every town has its barbecue and versions of meats.
Right.
You got your burnt ends. You got your
burnt ends are
your
my favorite.
sausages.
Mm-hmm.
You got your briskets. What does Nashville got for me?
Ribs.
That's it?
Ribs, yeah. It's got dry rib. Or so they do dry or wet. That's what they ask you when you get ribs in Memphis. They go, do you want your ribs dry or wet? And you go, wet, because you're not an idiot who gets dry ribs. Dry ribs have no sauce on them. And what's the best part of ribs?
The wetness?
The wetness.
Getting your wet ribs. That's how I like my ribs at water parks.
Ooh, gross.
But, I mean, I don't want my ribs to be dry.
Oh, your own ribs.
Right.
Right, those should be wet all the time.
But I don't mind dunking it in,
Pool water?
Pool water. Pool water ribs are the
kiddie
best.
Pool.
Pea ribs.
Sick.
So it was good.
Yeah, it was great.
What was, did you have any, I don't know what, am I making this up? Is Nashville, are they very keen on the pickled sides that go with everything?
I didn't actually eat barbecue in Nashville. I ate barbecue in Memphis.
Oh.
But I don't know. I didn't have any pickles. I had a great burger and I had wedding food because I was there for a wedding. Mm. The wedding was really fun.
Who was your wedding for? Friend, family?
It was for family, yeah.
For family.
My second cousin, Ellie. Congrats, Ellie and Logan.
I mean...
But enough about that. How have you been?
I'm fine.
No.
Let's get on to me. I'm fine. I've been... I went on a bike ride today.
You're really struggling today.
I haven't eaten dinner. That's okay. But I did go on a bike ride around the lake, White Rock Lake to be exact, and really, really enjoyed it. Now, of course, I'm not an athlete. I'm not an exerciser by any means, but so I came home.
Yeah.
I told you I was going to go work out before we did the podcast, which sometimes is a bad idea because I get a little loopy, I get a little tired, and we want to be fresh. We want to be fresh for the entertainment, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And so I just came home. I was like, and I got off work early, which was really nice, and I went to White Rock Lake, but I did not have my bike with me. I went to go jog around the lake. Lately, I've been beefing up, Lauren. I've been jogging around the lake, and it's been fun.
Sorry.
Yeah, that's okay. I've been building up them calves. I've been working them hammies, and I've been building up that muscle down there.
So what I'm hearing is you stole a bike at White Rock Lake.
It's very tempting. I see these little dummies, and they're in they're going down a hill, and they're still pedaling like crazy fast because they're in the wrong gear. And it's like, just glide, man. Just let it go. Just come on. Just let gravity be your gear. And they're still pedaling furiously as they're going downhill, and it drives me nuts. And I just want to knock them off their bike.
Oh my God.
That's another little side topic. Whenever I ride my bike, I have this unnatural fear that someone's going to come and knock me off my bike and steal my bike. I don't know why. I'm a 6'8"
Yeah,
giant.
why would they go after you? Of all the people they could knock off a bike.
I got a bike. I don't know. I just retract.
I'm living large with my bike.
I retract to middle school Cameron and bike in the neighborhood. Not that I've ever been knocked off my bike, and my bike's been stolen. It has been stolen once, but it was just sneakily stolen. But like I always had that fear that someone's going to do that, and it's kind of coming back to me. Anyway, I jogged.
This is a recurring issue.
Right. It is. So that's a real fear. I get that. Hey, dude, like a couple weeks ago, got knocked off his bike and got his bike stolen. Happened at White Rock Lake.
That guy probably asked for it. Like, I don't know.
He was into something really weird there.
He was taunting everyone as he rode by, like pinching their butts as he rode by or something.
Don't knock me off my bike, please.
Finally, someone had enough. Like, enough of this bullying. You
know what? I know he wants me to knock him off his bike, but I'm going to do it. And he's like, "Oh, you stole my bike." I don't know. I'm just picturing someone.
Suddenly, he's like a weird into it.
That's his fetish. Yeah. So I jogged the lake and I made it a quarter of a mile. Gave up after I swallowed I'm going to estimate about 9 gnats, and I just said I'm done. So I went home. Knew that I need to do the cardio, so I just got back on the bike. Went around. Saw 3 dead raccoons.
Gross.
3.
Gross.
I don't know why. I really want to study this. I don't know why there are this many dead raccoons. Have y'all not seen? Am I the only one that's seeing it?
Yeah.
Maybe I don't know.
You see dead raccoons.
I see dead raccoons. I could be a dead raccoon medium, or like they should make medium about raccoons that witness murders, and I can speak to the raccoons who are dead.
The
themselves.
Tall medium.
The tall medium. Sounds like a new Starbucks size. Hey, Lauren.
Yeah.
Enough about me.
Yeah.
We have a guest with us.
We do.
He's an old friend.
Yes.
And by old,
way back.
4 years back for me. Maybe what? 1, 2 for you?
Really? We've only been friends for like
maybe.
What?
6
No,
months?
longer than that, Jesse.
months.
Jesse,
like
please be quiet.
5 months.
Oh,
Let us introduce you first. Okay? Please. There's a process to this. Lauren, how many months has it been since you've known Jesse?
5.5.
Okay, good. And it's been 3.
It's been
4 weeks. No, 4 months since we've known each other.
4 years.
No, I guess 4 years. So Jesse, welcome to our podcast.
thank you for having me.
Jesse.
Luna really likes me.
Yeah, she's singing your praises as you welcome Lauren.
I jumped so high when that happened. Oh boy.
Do you have nightmares about Luna?
I don't know. I don't give her that much power in my life.
Yeah, you sure?
I do think about the shoes I'm going to wear before I come over here, though.
Oh, that's probably good.
My feet anger her.
No open toes. If she eats just toes, that's like, extra feet on your feet.
She's like, Vienna sausages. Yes, please. My toes do look like little sausages.
Yeah. So Jesse, my dog likes you.
Yes.
Yes,
That's good.
we hit it off.
We like you.
Great.
That's good. And
Tell me about your day, man.
Day. Well, it was quite a day.
Yeah, I hear you had a great dinner.
Yes. Oh man. Yes.
Tell me about it.
Guilty pleasure.
Yeah.
Fast food. So ate KFC, famous bowl. It was awesome.
Yeah.
Chicken, corn, potatoes, cheese, gravy, the whole shebang.
Yeah.
In one bowl.
Oh my gosh.
So that was like the highlight of the day. Started in McKinney, long day of work, came home.
McKinney is what? It was like hour and a half away?
No, 45 minutes with traffic, maybe 30, 25 to 30 without from where my office is.
Still too far, man.
Yeah, it's a haul. So I started out there for work in the morning, so I had to get up extra early to leave, and then went back to the office in the afternoon, played it low-key, left early, thinking I was going to go run some errands. Errands fell through, so then just went home and took a nap.
So I was going to ask if you
Yes.
napped.
I did. We talked about that.
Yeah.
So I was sitting at home watching YouTube, and I was like falling asleep while I was sitting there. And I was like, oh, I don't know what the plan is tonight. So I called Lauren. I was like, what are we doing? It's like, 7-ish. Like, okay.
Yeah,
I'm gonna take a nap.
7-ish.
Yeah.
Did you tell
Take a
him
nap.
7-ish?
No, I said like, oh, just a little before 7. And he was like, so, and I go, you do have time for a nap. Yes. He like didn't even
So
ask
are
me.
you like a chronic napper? What's your napping situation like?
I really think it has to do with my lunch. If I don't eat well, breakfast and lunch, then I'm really tired at 5 o'clock.
Right.
But if I do, I'm not, so I can make it through the evening.
Right.
And today was kind of rushed. Didn't have a good lunch.
Mhm.
Got home crashing. So
So didn't your KFC bowl put you to sleep too? Because the sound of that makes me tired.
Yeah, and it's like a heavy bowl.
It's like
Thanksgiving
Thanksgiving in a bowl.
Well, I ate half of it.
Oh.
So that was like my secret little like boost.
Did you give the other half to Ariana?
No, Ariana did not get to eat it. She has her own food.
Oh.
I only feed her things I can get with my fingers, and you can't get mashed potatoes with your fingers. So
Oh yeah.
that's
Ariana
hard.
is your child, right?
Yes. No. I'm a four-legged child.
Four-legged child that you feed with your fingers.
Yes. Finger foods only.
Off of your fingers.
My fingers.
She can't use her own.
No.
She is a... No, I haven't met her.
Okay, so Ariana's 4 years old. She's a Doberman mix. So her dad was this really tall Doberman. Like, he could standing rest his head on a dinner table. Like, he was super tall.
Oh my gosh.
And very lean, like very Doberman-ish. Doberman-ish? Doberman-like?
Doberman-esque?
Yes, he was a Doberman.
Dobby-ish. Yeah, right.
Her mom was this little pit mix mutt dog that was sleeping on the sofa. And she was probably on the sofa because all those puppies were like chewing on her belly and she was tired of it. So she was like getting away from them. But her mom seemed really chill, just like curled up on the sofa the whole time we were visiting. And then we picked her out and took her home. And she's 4 years old and she can jump over a 6-foot fence.
Dang.
So she is the most athletic family member I've ever had.
Now, Jesse... 6 foot is a lot.
6 foot is a lot. So it started with a 4-foot chain link fence, and she jumped over. I was like, oh, 4-foot chain link fence, dog jumped over. Most dogs could probably jump over that. Like, not too surprised.
I wouldn't even assume that, but that's still amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah?
So I was like, I got to build a bigger fence. So, shelled out the money, bought some fence panels, secondhand up in Parker, rented a truck from Home Depot.
Of course. Where else would you get them?
Parker's the place. Loaded them onto the truck, ratcheted it all down, took it home, tore out my old fence, set posts, set up the new fence. 6 weeks later, she jumps over the 6-foot fence.
Oh my god!
Not even 2 months.
So why don't you just put like lead booties on her feet?
Because then you see those videos with dogs with booties. They like walk all goofy.
Yeah, that's awesome.
That's the best. There's no purer form of entertainment in the U.S. than dog booties. And the feet, the foot kind. Not like dog butt.
Not tush. No,
right.
You know what has
I'm
the
not
best?
in it.
You know what has the best dog booty? Corgis.
Yes.
Corgis dog booties.
Wait, are we talking about booties or
We're talking
booties?
about I'm talking about dog butts.
Okay,
Are we talking about the
So-
whole mix? I mean, not like in terms of dog breeds, but like the butthole with the butt cheeks.
Well, no, just the
and
entire
crack.
butt of the corgi is so funny. It like, it's so
The
funny.
movements. I get it. It's like a human butt.
Y'all YouTube corgi butts.
And while you're
now.
at it, I found a great little. Have you ever seen a picture of raccoon butt online?
No, but I have a story about raccoons.
I mean, this episode's raccoons. Of course, we're talking about interactions with our raccoons.
Dead,
I saw
living.
a picture of a raccoon 2 weeks ago, and it has a human butt.
I know what you're talking about. The sexy raccoon butt.
Sexy raccoon butt.
Yes.
It is. I mean, it's really.
Oh,
it's
calm
really
down,
sexy.
Cameron.
Sorry. Woo.
Your wife's in the
Let
room.
me pull my collar.
lusting after raccoon butt.
Yeah. While you're Googling that for the group, Jesse, so 6 feet is still redonkulous.
My neighbor, she's moved out since, but my neighbor told me one time that she saw her jump over the fence, clearing it, not even touching it. Most times, like she like gets up and like gets her back feet and scratches a little and like launches off. Like,
So-
mostly effortlessly.
What's the incentivizing event for this?
Freedom.
Freedom.
Yep.
Sweet release.
Yep. Well, she's super fast. She can jump. She's just really athletic, and she can sprint for ever. It seems like if she gets out, she'll just tear around the neighborhood, the entire block, in circles for like an hour, and then she'll get tired and she'll come home and lay on the porch until I let her in.
That's awesome.
That's all she wants to do. Sometimes she barks at dogs. Most of the time, she just sprints around in big circles.
She's kind of like the Forrest Gump of dogs.
I'm going
kept
to
on running.
rename her Ariana Forrest Gump Benavides.
There you go.
True or false? Is she named after Ariana Grande?
False.
I still don't believe you.
Okay. But it's a good joke and it sticks, so I go with it.
It does.
Yes.
And I don't want to tell y'all what came up when I typed in sexy raccoon, but I feel like I need a shower.
Please share. Show and tell. Show and tell.
This is
Just tell?
not an explicit podcast, so I can't. I'll tell y'all later.
Okay.
Let's just say
That's for the after hours episode.
yes. Yes, when we talk about sexy animal behinds.
Yep. Goodness, we're going to have to put this app on the dark web. Jeez.
So Cameron,
Yeah.
what are we actually talking about today?
What the heck are we doing here?
Not raccoons.
We're not talking about raccoons.
Though we could.
That was a detour. We are talking about improv, y'all.
Yes.
Improv in general, and specifically an event that happened last week. Mm-hmm. Shall we get into it?
We shall.
All right.
Boom, 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 topic thunder. What?
We're talking about improv.
Improv.
So you had a show.
I did have
You
a show.
finally had your showcase. I mean, this was coming. We all knew it was happening. So we're finally off the movies. And if this is your first time listening to the podcast, listener, first off, thank you. Second off, why? Third off, hang in there. Just do it. It's going to be worth it. We're going to ask for a little bit of money at the end. And trust me, but if you stick around for another 20 minutes, you're going to be down to give us money. We're starting a fundraiser. I officially declare that. If you want to send money to us, send it via email. I don't know how. unhitchedordadtrying@gmail.com. We will accept it.
Sure.
Right? Sure.
Electronic checks.
We can be bought. Sure.
Yeah.
Let's sell out right now.
E-gift cards.
E-gift cards are great.
Amazon.
Amazon's preferable.
I can get my new raccoon tail.
What's your Venmo account? Off mic, we found out what Lauren wanted to show us. Anyway,
Sounds so wrong.
it is very wrong, and don't Google that.
No.
We're not going to even say what that was, but you can
Just
rewind
rewind.
back and Google it. Lauren's shaking her finger as if to say, no.
Don't do it.
Don't do it, as if she's
Don't do it.
Dikembe Mutombo saying, no.
No. Learn from me.
So this is a podcast. Jesse, let me explain to you,
Okay.
because you're our first-time guest. You're the first time you're a guest here. We have this podcast. Why you're here is Lauren's a single lady. I'm a married dude.
Yes.
You okay?
You're just cracking me up
You're all
tonight.
right?
I don't
Okay.
know what's going on.
Lauren's drunk, y'all. You're drinking a beer, right? Mm-hmm. Sin. So this is a podcast, Jesse.
Podcast. Check.
Lauren is single. I am not. Okay? We got that. We got the premise. We got the foundation.
And you're a father, and I am not a mother.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah. Right. I'm trying to set this up. Am I trying to create the reality or I'm starting the game? I'm talking in improv terms, of course. Right? Kind of.
Okay.
Sure.
Okay. Anyway, so
Sorry.
the foundation. She is single. I am not. We experience life differently. It is very apparent. She's busy. I'm sometimes busy. I'm busy in a different way. Things are different when you have a child. It is night and day different, as I've come to find out. So we go experience things in the world. I'm not doing this for you, Jesse. I'm doing it for the listener. Just a
Okay.
refresher, if you will.
Great.
Why people tune into this thing. I go out and I do something. Okay? Lauren and I talk beforehand. We're like, let's go do something. Okay? What is it we do? Do we do something normal? Do we do something crazy? What do we do? And we go out, we do that thing. We experience it. We take it in. Sometimes we take notes. Sometimes we don't. Sometimes we just let it happen and we fully indulge ourselves in it. And then we waddle on back in here because most of the time it's after eating food and we're a little heavy set. And we waddle on back in here. We sit down. We set up the mics. We sometimes invite a guest, having shared what we did with that guest, and invite them to experience that as well. And we have a little chat about it. And it just kind of evolves, and then we ultimately rate if that thing is worth it. Okay,
Yeah.
so that's what we're doing here, Jesse.
Could not have summed it up better myself.
Awesome.
I could sum it up longer if you want. If you want the longer version, I could do it. So, Jesse,
Yes.
what's your past experience with improv? How's
So I've been to the Dallas Comedy House a few times in the last couple months.
Mhm.
Before that, I think I did something in College Station. There was something going on, maybe in the MSC, like some student event.
Was it Pavlov's dog? Do you remember that group?
Ooh, yes, I
They're
do.
from
That
A&M.
sounds really familiar.
there was what was Logan Allender? We had
Pavlov. I think it was.
it's Pavlov's dog. Pavlonian something.
That sounds very familiar. I don't know if it was that, but I wouldn't be surprised if it was.
I know that was an improv group at A&M.
Yeah.
But I don't know if that was the one you saw.
But that was like...
Your first exposure to it was when you...
like years ago. So that in college.
So at Texas A&M, which we are all a part of this, you can whoop if you want. That's fine. Do you want to whoop, Lauren?
Whoop.
I am not going to do that. I know. What did you say?
Nothing.
2%er.
I definitely did not.
Guys, it's college. How many years have you been out of college?
Too many.
Jesse looks at his college ring
to get the
as
do the math in my head. A lot.
Give or take
Yeah.
a dozen.
A&M, great school, great academics. Everything else, very dumb.
Bite your tongue, sir.
I will bite my thumb at you, and I shall not bite my tongue.
I want you. You know what, Jesse? Go on. Talk about the great school we all went to.
Oh,
Don't
it was
mind
great.
this
okay.
grumpy
Full
Gus.
disclosure, though, in college, I was totally 2% and never like.
That
I don't think I
doesn't
went
surprise
to,
me.
I didn't go to any games after my freshman year. I don't think.
Okay, so you saw your first.
So
you think
first
you saw
improv experience was in college, and then really nothing between then and now. And then a couple months ago, went to a show at Dallas Comedy House with a buddy, and then his friend. And since then have gone maybe every few weeks. 3 times.
Yeah,
recently.
It's pretty good. So Dallas Comedy House is in the Deep Ellum area. It's only probably a mile away down the street from where we are. I think it's actually almost literally down the street from where we are.
Yeah, it's close.
And that's where you're doing improv, right?
That's where I'm doing improv, and Jesse was actually thinking of taking the class with me when I first signed up.
So close.
You
close.
He
and
almost
me
did.
both.
You both almost did. We got a table of almost here.
So does that mean we get to do it next?
Oh, y'all can do it together.
Dude, could.
This summer, we need to sign up for real.
Improv 2.
No, just one.
No, we'll do one.
No, I mean, but that would be the second episode here.
okay, I see.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm like, God, go
Coming
do
fall
one.
2017.
Yeah. Oh, I would love to see y'all showcase.
So a showcase. What is a showcase? Because showcase can be that award that usually is around $30,000 to $70,000 at the end of The Price is Right, or a showcase is when you go to a fancy department store and you're in the briefcase section and they have a model case they show you.
Briefcase.
Yeah, it's technically a show briefcase.
You know what? I'm learning new things from you tonight.
So in the improv industry, what does showcase mean?
It means, so I was in level 1 class. And so basically when you're done with the class, you put on a show to basically for your family and friends to say, this is what I've learned. This is what I've done.
Right. Improv show, not a pup show.
An
Anything.
improv show, correct. So it was 30 minutes, a 30-minute set of my group. And then there was a bit, maybe 15 minutes where my the instructors went up and did 15 minutes of improv. And then we all did it together. So it was the instructors and the students.
Interesting. So let's get a breakdown of said improv, because I know comedy's more fun when you take it apart and you break it down in little
and you
bits.
explain things.
Yeah, absolutely. So
yeah.
Do y'all do narrative improv? Is it kind of a one-word suggestion, or do y'all have a chat with an audience member?
It's a one-word suggestion. At least now. When you have your own group, you can kind of make it what you want it to be. But right now it's a one-word suggestion. And
isn't that called cheating when you make it what you want to be?
You don't make the scenes what you want it to be. You make your lead what you want it to be.
You sure y'all aren't just making it up beforehand and just kind of have it all rehearsed?
Oh, it's actually
She paid me.
Everything is rehearsed. We have everything nailed down.
Yeah.
Scripts written, everything.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
So, one word suggestion. What was it?
Oletha.
Aletha.
Oletha.
What is Aletha?
Come to find out, it's the name of one of the guy in my class's dogs that someone in his family or one of his friends yelled out during was the suggestion. And he was like, okay,
I thought it
Aletha.
was some Greek Odyssey name or something. I was like, surely that's some literary thing that I just don't get.
Well, that makes sense because the first thing he did was jump down on the ground like a dog. And I went out into the scene with him, and he was like, I'm a dog. And I was like, oh, I guess you're a dog named Aletha. Now I understand why.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was fun. I will say I started out slow for me. I was a little nervous, and it was hard to be funny. But I warmed up as I went on, and my last scene was my best scene, I think, for sure. But it was hard because I was like, I'm usually it was like, I'm usually better than this, and I was just nervous.
That's improv, baby.
Yeah, it was hard.
Of course it's hard. What is Aletha? What does that mean? It's like, were there any other suggestions in the crowd? Was it just like, we need a one-word suggestion from the audience? Aletha.
No, he listened for like a good 5 seconds.
Nothing
and
else?
couldn't hear anything else but that. And he told us that later. I believe him. He's a nice guy.
I think I heard Strawberry Farm. I think I heard.
Yeah, you make it up.
Right. So you went Aletha. That is. I'm sorry. I would have given you something good.
You got to go with what you got, and I didn't go with it as well as I could have. But Jesse, tell me what you thought of improv.
Improv was good.
Okay.
It was funny and
Good.
there weren't really any scenes where I came off thinking, oh, that was really dry. I felt like everybody did a pretty good job being equally as funny on stage when y'all are working. Like,
good.
It was. I really didn't notice much of a difference between y'all's show, your showcase, which was your first show, and one of the King of the Hills that I went to. The first show I went to. So the first show I went to was two. What do they call them?
Two teams,
crews,
or
whatever.
Oh,
two troops. Two troops. There was two troops, and they were like they do like 15 minutes each, and then 10 minutes each, and then you voted at the end for who was the best, and it was like. Whoever won came back the next week and had the challenger challenge them, and it was like an improv showdown thing. And I thought your class was better than the troop that lost the night I went. Like that night was kind of painful. I was like, oh, some of this is like they're just missing. It's like not hitting. It also helped at the showcase that somebody was buying free drinks for everybody, and there were literally dozens of beers just getting passed out to everybody in the stands.
Yes, that was Caleb's brother. Yeah, afterwards y'all were like, they were giving out free beer. I'm like, no, they weren't.
It was paid for.
Caleb's brother was buying everybody beer. But what a
Dang.
sweetie, right? Like, that's so fun.
And the place was packed. There was literally not a seat left. We had friends show up that didn't get to go because they sold out tickets. Like the night before, the tickets were sold out for the show.
We sold it out, man.
Yes,
Dang.
it was.
That
it
felt
was
good.
It was really full. So,
man, well, that's awesome. I mean, I don't know. I just turned into a child entertainer. That's awesome.
Thanks.
Improv can go great, can go awful. We talked about it a few weeks ago. It's very volatile in that, and it's good. I think when I do improv, when I get the time,
Win is good.
When is the state of which I'm going to do it. I think we're past the phase. Ellie can go to sleep now, so maybe one day a week I can sneak out and go do improv. Jesse and I will work off air. We're going to figure out when he's going to go. We're going to go together. I think that's going to happen, right?
Yes.
Confirmation.
Tuesday nights. We should do Tuesday nights.
Tuesday nights.
And Tuesday nights.
That works great for me.
Starting in May.
Perfect.
We're going to drop this podcast, and it's just going to be Jesse and me doing improv.
That's right. We're gonna have a hotline. We'll buy an 800 number. You call in. We'll take the first 3 words. We'll do 30 minutes on
First
each word.
3 words. Hi, Jesse. My. Okay, I hear hi, Jesse. My.
No, the first 3 words people suggest. And we'll do live tweeting. That'll be better than buying an 800 number.
Yeah,
we'll do
This
live
is a
tweeting.
good idea.
Tweeting # Jesse and Cam improv, and the first word that we get after we say go after 7 p.m. or whatever, we'll just roll with it.
I like that.
How about butthole? Because you guys are leaving me out right now.
That's right. So I thought that we would. I didn't go.
Oh,
I know.
I want to move. I wanted to yes and take in the experience, but didn't do it. And I was a little frustrated. We had a bit of a crazy night. We had a good night at the end of it. Coming home, long day at work. Actually, it wasn't a long day at work. I actually got off work early. I don't know why I said that. It's like my go-to excuse. I got off work. I'm just a liar. Y'all know that. I got off work. We had some good conversation. The wife and I we're talking. We're planning. We're trying to see what's in the future. We're talking about this opportunity and that opportunity and this and that. All these wonderful things. We had a good conversation. Ellie went a little crazy that night. And it's just when you're in a good conversation and the kid's going crazy, as a father, you kind of just you need to be present. You need to be home.
Hashtag dad trying.
Dad trying. There you go.
Perfect.
And scene. They never podcasted it again. I had the tickets. I have it. I have proof. I bought the ticket. I was going to come. At the end, it was just going to be, we couldn't get childcare or anything, so it was just going to be me. And then, kind of last minute, it was like, it's too crazy to get over there right now with, like, things are insane here.
Hey, it's okay.
So.
It's okay. I just feel sad for you for missing the incredible performance.
I know. It's sometimes sad.
It is sometimes sad.
You can't do things, but that's okay. But also being home, hanging out, and about 8:30 after your improv had already started, I get a notification on my phone that my favorite show had started on Netflix, and we binge watched all 12 episodes that night. So
Love.
11 episodes, and we watched the next episode the next morning.
What was it? Was it Love?
It was Love.
I've already watched the first 5 episodes.
It is the best. It is such a good show that we may talk about that a little bit later. But going back to improv, actually, we could talk a little bit about Love. Love has primarily UCB folks in the actual cast. They are wonderful. You can see these people have a sharp, witty mind. You can kind of see it in their performance and how they interact with each other. Sometimes I think they improvise a couple of scenes. Judd Apatow, who's one of the executive producers and writers, who's done Anchorman and every piece of comedy that you think is good over the last 10 years is Judd Apatow. And then Paul Rust, who is also a UCB guy with Judd Apatow. And Leslie Arfin, his wife, created this show, all three of them, which is kind of weird. It's like you and your wife, and then Judd Apatow comes in, and y'all write a show. It's like really weird that that's how it happened.
I love how you're trying to distract me from the fact that you didn't come to my show by explaining to me what you did instead of coming to my show.
Like it's better or something.
Binge watching another show.
Yeah. But Lauren, it was such a good show.
I can't even compare because you weren't there.
Was there an empty seat like with my name on it? And
Yes.
like,
Yeah,
as
it
soon
actually
as
had
the
the reserve sign that said Mr. and Mrs. Carter.
I roped it off with tiny little red velvet rope.
Second row, center aisle, like,
Yeah.
oh, man.
Oh,
Yeah.
Wait, second row?
Yeah.
Oh, why not first?
Y'all are VIP, but not VVIP.
Yeah.
What is VV?
I don't know.
Very, very important person.
So, I haven't doed it. I haven't doed it. I didn't get to come. I didn't do it.
I know. And you know what? You'll come to level 2
I will.
or else.
And you'll come to my level 1,
sure.
maybe. I feel
Unless
like
I'm busy watching Love that night.
that's true.
No, but Love is a great show. I give you that.
What is UCB? You said they're all from UCB.
UCB is the Upright Citizens Brigade, which is one of the prominent classes or schools rather in the U.S. So they have a
It's in
location in New
Manhattan.
York, Manhattan. You have one in Chicago. You have one in L.A. And part of me wants to hold out and just wait till we move to one of those 3 cities, and I'll just do it there. Which I
So you're
probably
gonna
would.
ditch me.
Yeah, I'll probably ditch you.
So first you ditch Lauren, then you ditch me.
Yeah, so that's how it goes. They call me the
Used to it,
ditcher.
man. This is how it goes.
Guys.
If security was one of my top emotional needs, I'd be really hurting right now.
Oh.
Security is one of my top emotional
no.
needs.
What did I miss out on this personality test?
It's okay. Yeah.
I probably did.
So, improv. You've read a book on improv, Cameron. You read the UCB.
I have. So that's my experience
Okay.
as a father with improv. No, actually, I think technically I experienced improv this week. It wasn't a visual in-person improv. My favorite, one of my favorite shows to listen to is Spontaneanation with Senor Paul F. Tompkins. He's a comedian who just has a guest on every week of note. Usually, a couple of interesting guests, has a little chat, and then based off the chat, they do a narrative improv, and they have a couple guests on. I love it. I'm in my car, and I'm like in it, and I get sucked into their story, and they are so good at improv. It's amazing, and you really, when you see good improv, you really get a taste into how crazy the human brain is, that someone can think and come up with a reality so quick. and that it's like telepathy. When you see good improv, you're like, I believe telepathy is a thing. Absolutely, these people are communicating, and it's like,
well, that's like something that you get when you've worked with someone for a long time.
Right.
You just have this. Actually, there's a game we play called Mind Meld, and it's where you go in a circle and you try and say the same word at the same time.
Jesse miming Spot. Good job.
Yes.
And so you go mind meld, 1, 2, 3, and then you say a word. And it's crazy how it actually happens. And it could be because then whatever word, then the next person has a word in their head from the 2 words that were said next to them. And it's crazy how it happens. And you see these great teams, and the reason they're so great is because they've been working together, and they can they know exactly where the other person's going before they get there. And I feel like so you saw my instructor, Maggie, who's hilarious. And the other guy on stage, the young guy, well, he was the only guy instructor. They're married.
Yep.
So it's really interesting to watch them perform together because, like, how well do they know each other, right? They're a married couple. They actually met on stage during a scene.
Whoa.
At an improv jam session one night. Like,
are there underground jam sessions?
no, it's every Tuesday night. It's free.
Oh.
Yeah. Tuesday night at Dallas Comedy House. Shameless
What are we doing
plug.
here?
What do we do? Let's go.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, it's starting in like 30 minutes.
All right, let's end this. Oh, well, that's it.
And that's a wrap.
So yeah, like that really is a thing. It's when you get really good at it, you can anticipate what they're going to say. The problem is, I think sometimes when people, it's hard to be in. I've noticed it's really hard to be in a scene when you have different styles of humor, or you have different, like, one person's just trying to throw a line out there to get a laugh, and one person's trying to, like, build a story.
Right.
You know what I mean? Which both are great, right? Like, those really funny lines that make you laugh, those are
Right.
great. But then when you get those, like you said, building a reality, those are usually way more like, those get you laughing harder, longer.
Because
you know?
The granite countertop joke that they did with the instructors.
Yes.
That was a really good story.
That was hilarious.
Let's break it down. I want to know why it's funny. Just kidding.
They killed a gerbil with granite countertops.
Oh. How else would you kill a gerbil?
I don't know. But then they needed
I
dough
had
on
a-
top of it.
Yeah,
And-
she's like, what a nice little lump of for my dough kneading.
Guys, if I may, speaking of killing of gerbil, had a friend in elementary school who claimed he killed his own gerbil. Almost as if it was a pride thing.
Yeah.
He came to school one day and said, I got rid of my gerbil. And we were just like, it was probably 7th, 8th grade. And we're like, what? And you're like, I put it in a blender just to see what would happen.
Oh,
and it was
my
the
God.
most twisted, effed up thing.
Oh, my
Obviously,
gosh.
this kid did not do that. This kid is...
You don't know.
Are you sure?
I don't...
He could be a sociopath.
Is he still alive? Is he still around?
He's still alive.
In prison?
I don't know.
Is he in
Last I
Dallas?
checked,
Is he
Do
on
we need a PSA? PSA.
Is he
Dallas
now
citizens,
turning on
watch out.
raccoons? Like, is that
Oh
In
my
your
gosh.
neighborhood? He's a
raccoon
raccoon
murderer.
serial raccoon killer.
I mean, I guess for psychopaths, it gets, worse and worse, right? So, I mean...
Well, he did escalate from a gerbil to a raccoon. So.
and mental
I guess
health or mental health problems peak in the late 20s or something,
Oh,
right?
jeez.
dang it.
You know.
I'm in my late 20s.
Oh, no.
He is going crazy. Right
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Jeez, what a monster.
Yeah. Guys, I don't know. He got it together about mid-high school. He was a star student. He
So are a lot of sociopaths. Yep.
I guess so.
They're expert businessmen and smart students.
He never got his name on the wall.
What did you get your name on the wall for?
Murdering things.
You get little tick marks by you, almost as a source of pride. No, that was. Did y'all never do that in middle school, elementary school?
I see
That's
that
a
in
form of
classrooms.
punishment.
I don't remember doing that. We had a red, yellow, green thing, but that was
like-
for the whole class.
That was traumatizing.
the red, yellow, green.
Yeah, I was always a blue student. It was blue, green, yellow, red.
Oh, gosh.
We only had 3.
We had 3, and I got yellow one time, and I cried and cried.
How did they do it for you? Was it cups? We had solo cups that were different colors.
Oh, no. We had like little wall hanging thing with
Oh.
like pockets.
And they would slide.
So-
And you would take the card out, and your teacher would be like, look at this. And you'd be like, no.
Public shaming.
Miss Osborne, I promise.
My second grade teacher we'd have little people on choo-choo trains, and like there was a green train, and then it was connected to a yellow train and then a red train. And whenever you effed up in class, you would have to go grab your little person with your name face the class, turn around, and then move your character onto the next train. So it was like
Cameron went to a fancy school with a little train.
Yeah, but if you ended up in the caboose, after the caboose, you were
tied up
kicked
in a bundle.
off the train, aka sent to the principal. Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah, you don't want to hang on that caboose.
Did either of y'all ever get sent to the principal's office?
Yes, in kindergarten. Okay,
Jesse.
so this is a story I've been told several times, and the only part I actually remember is being in the principal's office. But apparently, what happened is I pushed this girl into a locker, and the way my mom tells it, it sounds like we were playing around, and this girl got her feelings hurt and told the teacher. Well, this was also my kindergarten teacher that apparently didn't like me because I was a smart aleck. I
can see that.
Yeah. So I would sit in the circle and not pay attention. Then she'd ask me a question. I'd answer it. And she would get mad when I know the answer, even though I wasn't paying attention. I'm sure I legitimately was not paying attention. It was just like, oh yeah, you were talking about this. But was not totally checked out.
Yeah.
So she sent me to the principal's office, and the principal called my mom and was like, if you want, I can give him a spanking. And I was like, bawling. I remember crying. But the principal was super nice, and I went back to class, and yeah, kindergarten was lame.
Yeah.
I remember my elementary
Private school.
Principal had a tarantula, and his name was Mr. Champion, and he had a tarantula in a terrarium, and I wanted to be sent to the principal's office so bad so I could look at the tarantula. I never was, but I was like, I'm not afraid of that man. I just want to hang out with that tarantula.
All you got to do is push a kid into a locker.
Oh my gosh, are you kidding? I'm the one getting pushed into lockers. Not really. No one messed with me.
Was that was that to instill terror in the children? Why? Was he
I think he just liked it.
tarantulas.
I mean, I guess some kids liked the tarantula. I did.
Oh, you looking at my tarantula there? You want to get it down?
It was so furry. I liked the tarantula.
That's fine.
Did it have pink toes? There's pink toed tarantulas.
I don't think it did. I don't remember that. I remember it had a
Pink
rock
toad,
and a
what?
light.
Yeah. There's pink toed tarantulas.
Dang, how
They're
fancy.
Yeah.
Oh, mind meld. 1, 2, 3. Perfect.
Guys, shall we get into our ratings for...
Yes.
All right. Okay. Jesse, we usually like to start with the guest. Rating on a scale of 0 to 10, as a single dude, where do you see it?
0 to 10 as a single dude. Improv. I would give it a solid 8.5. Yeah, 8.5. Maybe 9, somewhere between there.
But you're not just talking about mine, right? You're improv.
No,
as a whole.
improv as a whole.
Okay, good.
Improv
I was like,
as a whole.
Yes.
Where was Lawrence, by the way?
Yes. Lauren's was like a 9.9.
no, it wasn't.
Lauren.
Don't stop.
No, but for real though, it's a really good outing. It's a lot of fun. It's inexpensive, and you can you can invite people to that, and it'd be really low risk, low pressure. You don't really have to do anything. You go and enjoy a show. You can go walk down the street in Deep Ellum, grab a bite or a drink, and laugh about the show.
Yeah.
That's true.
I think it's a really good outing.
And it's a great, DCH is the best place to do it too.
World famous.
In this area.
Or so they say.
I know, so they say.
Yep.
So they say.
So they say.
Lauren.
I'm going to give improv a 10 I'm not even going to hesitate. I love it so much. I love doing it. I really love watching it.
Uh-huh.
I love it. And when you see when I went to New York and I saw the UCB perform a couple weeks ago, and they did long form improv, that's what we do, but they did really long form, where they did the same scene for 15 minutes.
That is really long.
They would switch scenes within the scene, but they're still the same characters and the same story. And it was so good. The way that they can remember who they are, remember who each other is, keep the characters going. It's so good. Improv, I just love it so much. And I have met some of the coolest people. I've got WhatsApp text messages going back and forth.
Do you live in Kenya now? WhatsApp text.
It's free.
That's true, but I mean, most people have free text message plan, right?
Well, it was because some people don't have an iPhone and some people do, and we couldn't add people. Don't judge us, Cameron. Get off, whatever.
So why didn't
Jesse?
all of our other friends get WhatsApp? Why did I have to get an iPhone?
I don't know. That's a good point.
Yeah, I just didn't know about this.
You just wanted to be part of the group, and they forced you to get an iPhone.
That's true.
It is. Yep. There was actually a celebratory text message on my first message on my phone.
It's still called our group text.
Seeing blue,
called
dude.
Jesse's iPhone.
Yep.
Guys, it's so weird whenever I have to text someone and it pops up green.
I only
I
have
know.
2 in my entire phone book. I never realized how big of a minority non-iPhone users are.
I know. We are a privileged bunch, aren't we?
I was confused when my mom texted me today. My mom is still hanging on to the Android. I don't know why.
I need to call her and tell her about everything. Like,
Mom, are you okay? Your text messages are coming up green. So 10. That's
10.
pretty good.
I love it. I've made some really good friends. I've really, I don't know. I feel like I've learned a lot about myself, and I have just loved it.
You're glowing right now. I mean, you
am.
get it.
I love it. It's so fun. I mean, honestly, if I did it, I really do like the people I've met.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they're just wonderful. And so, I mean, last night, like I said, we voluntarily all just hung out together.
Mm-hmm.
And it was great. And like, most of us are taking level 2 together. And so we're going to see each other again. And I just really like these people. And they're all they're all so accepting. Improv is so accepting because you have to be. You can't be like, oh, you come out, I'm a taco. And someone goes, no, you're not. You're a burrito. It's like, well, that's against the rules. So you can't do that.
I know.
You accept each other, you know? And it just, that transfers into the actual individual outside of the scene.
Man.
So
We're
it's great.
humans. We seek acceptance in all its forms.
We do.
So
And it's
I
fun
get it.
to be accepted when you're being your weirdest. You know what I mean? That's rare. I mean, it's my daily life, but there's no other way I do things.
Jesse, Cameron slowly patting Lauren on the shoulders. Improv, for me,
Yeah.
it's good. I love it. I'm not a connoisseur of it because I've never done it. I have only been a spectator. Life has not presented an opportunity in which I can go and indulge in it. I worry that I would get too into it. I love comedy in all of its forms. I feel like improv is the nerdiest of those forms, and it just seems to be, like you said, a place of acceptance. And when it's done right, and when the minds meld, and the telepathy strings are made, it's just and people get to a point where they're not actually trying. When improv is done in a way in which you're not trying and it just naturally comes up. And I feel like if you try while you're doing improv to get a laugh in the middle of it, it's a fake laugh. I feel like when it's something more natural, like you were saying, it's very real. And when I listened to the 99th episode of Spontaneanation, go check it out. Paul F. Tompkins is my favorite comedian ever. I love him. He's amazing. He's really funny.
Loves him.
I sent you. I think I sent you something this week that had him on it. But he, in his 99th episode, unveiled his first episode that he ever did, the pilot, and it was the first time they ever did it. They were just trying to get a good sense for how his podcast would play out. It was very thought out, and he had all these wonderful ideas for how he wanted his improv podcast to be. And he had a guest on. That guest was, I can't remember his name. He's the gentleman that plays the douchebag boyfriend in Love. In the first season, he's also in Mad Men. You'd recognize him if you see him. Anyway, it was that guy. And some of my favorite improvisers, Matt Gurley, Chris Tallman, were on that episode, and I was in the car. I pulled my car over this week because I was laughing so hard at it. I apparently do that a lot. I probably do it about once a month, where I just die laughing on my way to work or wherever. It was a great app. Go check it out. And so that's kind of how I experienced it. I haven't done it, so I can't give it get it. I can't give a full evaluation. Last time I saw an actual improv show was like college. Saw a couple in college, but haven't seen any since. So I don't know. I want to revisit this. So I think we're going to do improv 2. I think Jesse and me, we're going to go try it. And I give it a fair evaluation. So I'm not going to give it a score this week.
I win. I win. Lauren wins.
I mean, you gave it 10, so it'd only be tied or less. I can't give a fair assessment.
I don't need your justification. I just need you to know I won.
Okay, that's fine. Congrats.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Solid representation, Jesse.
Yep.
Came in second. Very close.
Good job, Jesse.
Yes.
Jesse. Silver ain't bad.
Hey,
No.
I'll take it. It's a podium.
Yeah.
Get on the podium. You know what? I'm still kind of on the podium. You know? Guys, I think...
I don't know if a DNF counts as a podium finish.
Yeah.
Did not finish?
Yeah.
If you DNF a race, I don't know if you can actually get on the podium.
You could
If
hang out
if there's
behind
3
the
people
podium.
and you DNF,
I tried. I spent $8 to buy the ticket. I mean, come on, y'all.
Thanks for that.
That's true. If someone gets shot in the middle of their race, do you think... I guess they wouldn't move their dead body
Did
onto
you
the
just
podium.
describe staying home with your crying baby as like being shot?
we'll have to check the official rule book.
I'm just saying, I'm out of it.
He is out. He's out.
I mean, it's not disqualification. I just couldn't do it anyway. So
True.
it's by default. I'm in third place.
Third
I'm
place.
on the podium.
Okay.
That's fine.
Thanks, y'all. That about does it for that segment. I said that about does it as if it's the end of the app. It's not. We have dumb things to get to.
Dumb things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dumb things.
Lauren, start us out.
My dumb thing
Yeah.
is something I actually found in my journal while I was flying to Nashville this weekend. I sometimes just like to reread old journal entries just to be like, what was I thinking back then? Even though it was only like 6 months ago. I'm like, what an idiot. And so I found this journal entry that I wrote while I was on another plane flying to New York last year.
Same journal, or did you bring this journal specifically to read this?
Same journal.
Oh.
Yeah, I haven't written a lot lately, but so basically I was reading my old journal, and in the middle of a journal entry, there was something I wrote. I paused this like very like emotional like either confession or story. I don't remember exactly what it was. About a boy, of course. I paused this story to say, the lady in front of me just asked the man across the aisle to tie her shoe for her. They do not know each other.
Oh,
Sweet.
that's the
little
best meet
lady.
cute ever.
And I just remembered it. She was probably like in her late 60s, and she just stuck her foot out in the aisle, and this man across it, she goes, honey, will you tie that for me? And he's like, yes, ma'am. He just reached down and tied her
Submissive,
shoe.
yes, ma'am, right there.
Yeah, it was like, I just
How old was the
watched-
lady?
I would say like early 60s, late 50s.
And how old was the guy?
I think he had to be like in his 30s.
What a gentleman.
I know. And he just kind of went for it. And he looked like, I remember him being a little rough around the edges looking. Like we're talking maybe like, I think like no hair, but like beard and like tattoos, that kind of thing.
Is that like how old ladies break the ice? Like, will you tie my shoe? I can't bend over anymore.
Maybe. Like, oh honey, would you tie my shoe? But I just remember I apparently liked it enough to write it down with no context clues at all. Just this lady in the aisle. asked
Sounds
the
like a
guy to tie her
movie.
shoe.
Lady in the Aisle.
Oh, it does, yeah. So
I love that dumb things has just turned into cute things
I
and that
know.
sweet things.
I know it's not a dumb thing. I think it's great.
We should just have things. Mm-hmm. I mean, I love it.
Yeah.
I welcome that. I'm not
Wonderful.
opposed to any of this. It really does make me happier. Jesse, we normally start with the guest, but Lauren has a heart out. So at any given time, Lauren might just get up and
Just
leave.
disappear. I'll look over and be like, right? Look,
Oh,
she's
She's
gone.
gone.
this little puff of smoke like in a Charlie Brown cartoon.
I'm apparently
Smoke or
Pigpen.
water? Yes.
I'm disgusting.
I heard what you were going to say. You were going to say smoke monster.
What?
No, I was going to say smoke or vapor.
Oh,
You were going to say Smoke Monster.
let's
I
talk
don't know.
about that.
I don't know what a smoke monster is. Am I missing something?
I don't either.
Me neither.
Bless
Okay.
y'all both. Bless y'all. Jesse,
Dumb thing.
what's dumb in your life these days?
Oh, so Sunday I was working at church in the child care, like our kids ministry,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm in charge of the people that are working with the kids. So like I'm like the captain. I go around and I check on all the rooms. So I'm not usually in a room with the kids the whole time, but I'll like float between them. So I get there early. I set stuff up, and some of the parents
creepy,
were there.
You're floating amongst children.
Yeah, well, yes.
Yeah, sorry.
So I'm in this room with one of the moms, and somebody else's kid is in there, and they're playing with Play-Doh, and I'm on the other side of the room setting up boxes. And they have Play-Doh and cookie cutters and animal shapes, and they're like, "Oh, I don't know what this shape is. Maybe Mr. Jesse knows." So I walk over, and there's the little girl. She's like, I don't know, 5 or 6, and she picks up the outline, and I'm like, it's a 4-legged animal. It looks like could be a horse, could be a donkey. I'm like, oh, that's a sheep. And the lady that was with the kid was like, oh, how do you know it's sheep? I was like, because it has a big butt. Look at it. And the lady looks at me, he's like, we don't use that word. And I'm thinking in my head, I didn't say ass, so we're doing good.
Right.
So, like, dumb thing.
We don't use adjectives when describing butts.
Letting a single dude with no kids take care of kids without any proper language etiquette information.
You can't say but.
And I'm like, man, I was like, oh, I'm sorry, Avery, that's a hiney. That is a sheep because it has a big hiney.
That's worse to me. The word hiney is
Hiney.
so much worse.
Hiney draws attention to the word.
Yeah.
I mean, bottom, what do you say? It's
Bum?
like
Bottom.
bum,
Bottom. Bottom.
Butt crack.
Why can't you just say butt?
Bottom. Bum. Get it? Bottom. Bum. Hiney.
Warren out.
Bye.
Yeah, I mean, there's no,
And you know, it was totally that mom's like thing. That was probably like her thing at her house.
Right.
But
Say but.
in
so-
this house.
You should be like, but that's what I say. Glad you
So-
didn't do that.
Conjunctions are very tricky in the Melissa home. I don't know. Melissa isn't a last name. I was thinking of a last name.
It's okay.
Okay.
So really like working with the kids. It's a lot of fun. You know.
And that's the dumb thing.
Really,
working
yep.
with kids.
Yep. That my language around kids.
Yeah.
Dumb.
You horrible human, you.
Who didn't think about talking to me about this beforehand?
Yeah.
But not my job.
No, you're fine.
Guys. My dumb thing is everything's dumb. It's pretty dumb. About a week ago, every once in a while I just kind of I just have a random Google, and I just want to get information, take in the web, find out things, learning, if you will. I want to learn about something, and every once in a while when you Google something, Yahoo will come up, but Yahoo answers.
Oh, good.
Exactly. Yahoo Answers is
Answers.
fine, guys.
It's like upgraded Ask Jeeves.
It is
Dog
way better
pile?
than whatever that is. Because it's a free forum, if you will. It's kind of like improv. You can go and you can
Yahoo
ask
Answers.
questions. And sometimes you get dumb responses, and I don't know how this is like improv, but it's a place where you should be allowed to just go and just ask your dumb question. I can't even remember what the dumb question was. I don't even remember what I was looking up. But I do remember feeling the need, after getting the information I needed from Yahoo Answers. I mean, I frequent this site every once in a while because people ask the same dumb things I do. But on this one particular question, I just really felt the need to not answer it, but to set up a profile. Oh, no. Spend 3 minutes to, enter my name, other email, blah, 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 blah. Set up a Yahoo account, even though I already had one. I don't know why I did this. But I got on anonymously. I wasn't trolling. I wasn't trying to do any internet bullying, but I merely just wanted to, instead of answer, just simply write the text, that's a good question. And I did that. I hit enter. I submitted it. Thought about it. 5 minutes later, went back on it, and then deleted the answer.
If that had gotten the most upvotes, that would have been pretty legit.
I mean, it was a good. I remember it was a good question. It would have gotten some good votes. People would have agreed with me. That's a great question. I didn't have anything to contribute, but I want to reward those people in the world that are asking the right questions, and that person did.
Validate them.
Yeah, whatever that question was, I don't even know. Who cares? But that's it. That's
I like that.
Yeah.
Dumb thing.
So do we feel good? We've gotten the dumb things off our chest. We can go back into the world. And Lauren, we're going to send you off into the singleness world. Jesse, I'm going to leave y'all with a blessing here.
Thank you.
And then send y'all out. Receive it. Lauren, why don't you close us?
Okay, I'll close in prayer. That is going to be it for this week's edition of Unhitched or Dad Trying. So much for those improv classes, huh? If you want to find more of Cameron or I, you can find us on Instagram and Twitter. Cameron is at CamCarter2010.
Yes.
And Lauren is at Neateroni on Instagram. Neateroin. Oh, that's wrong. Neateroni. Or on Twitter, Neatos Tweetos. Still can't remember my login password, so I'll get that.
You're skipping over my Twitter.
It's also Kim Carter 2010.
That's
yes,
true.
I meant both are. I'm
That's
sorry.
okay. Thank
I
you.
did cut you off there. Jesse, would you
Close this out.
do you want any followers?
Instagram, that's me, Jesse B.
That's
it's
me.
all about my dog.
I love that handle, by the way. That's me, Jesse B.
Jesse B.
Love
Yep.
it. Jesse, Jesse.
Correct.
Yes.
Yes.
If
Jesse
you want
Benevides.
to write in a question for our Heart Time segment, please do. We haven't had them in a while, and we're getting lonely. So please write us at unhitchedordadtrying@gmail.com, and we will do our
Guys,
best.
we'll take anything. At this point, if you write it,
Anything.
if you just want to say hi, we'll read it.
Yeah,
Tweet at us, comment. We're just going to start reading comments on our Instagram post.
sure.
Yeah. So, Jesse's
great.
getting a good picture of the living room
We
right
are.
now. Well, Lauren, I'm going to say that about does it for this week of Unhitched or Dad Trying. Join us next week or the week after.
For an unforgettable episode.
Oh,
We'll see.
all right.
Thanks for being with us, Jesse.
Jesse,
Thanks for
thank
having
you
me.
so
It's fun.
much.
It was really
I'm
fun.
glad to have you. Adios, y'all. Bye.
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 Push that mic pretty close. Keep it about an inch or two away from your mouth hole.
Kind of lean in on it.
Yeah. Word for the week, mouth hole, by the way.
Mouthful.
Lauren, define and use in a sentence.
Please hand me that corn so I can put it in my mouth hole.
Spell it.
Oh, wait.
O-R-N.
I almost spelled cornhole.